What do you see from the younger leaders that are on the offensive side of the ball and how they're trying to come together to help you?
You know, I think obviously they're dealing with a lot, and I think they're just trying to sort through it all. But you know, hopefully they can make the right adjustments. You know, it's not easy losing your OC in the middle of the season, but hopefully we have the great guys in mind that can bounce back because of it.
Cam, what was your reaction when you heard the news?
I was on my way to a workout, so I was like, I was just surprised. I didn't think anything like that would happen, but you know, it's not my decision to make. I just ride with it and keep it moving.
You've been asked this already, but just what are some of the challenges in facing a guy there's not a lot of tape on, a young quarterback, someone you guys obviously weren't anticipating seeing, and what have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, you know, he got bounced in there pretty quickly. In the Ravens game, you know, it's tough when there's not a lot of film. You know, you gotta think they're gonna be way more comfortable this time around than in the middle of a game. But you got to think they've got their whole playbook still available. It's not like they're missing multiple guys like Cleveland was. You know, I think you really look and say, hey, we got to get the ball to our wide receivers, got to get the ball in our running backs' hands. Might have to, have some quick passing, some things to supplement it. But I think you got to start with your strong run game and really just settle the game down.
And with that too, how much of a challenge do they pose on offense knowing they have that strong run game as well as the explosiveness of the receivers?
You know, I think there's always a challenge in that. You know, you're foolish to think otherwise, I think. You look at this game, and, they're a capable team with or without Joe Burrow. So, it's not like the Cincinnati Bengals are going to feel sorry for themselves. They're going to go out there. They're going to try and make plays. It's up for us to stop it.
Hey, Cam, as far as you mentioned the quick passing game there, I think a little bit. Obviously, DTR used that to his advantage last week. So what can you guys do to combat that? Is it just we got to win one-on-ones and get there in 2.14 seconds? Or is it like how do you get around that? How do you combat it?
It's a mixture of things. It's, the front's got to get their hands up a little bit. We got to get some batted balls. If we get in a situation where we can, pin our ears and they have to throw the ball, then you have a more chance of having a successful pass rush. But when, they're in a situation where they can still dink and dunk up the field, it kind of takes away from the pass rush. So got to stop the run like we did last week, but got to have some longer downs to make them go down the field.
Last year, you guys grew in run defense throughout the season. It seems like you guys are doing that again. Is there some fact that allows you guys to come together like that?
I think it's just being honest with ourselves, making sure we're accountable for what gap we have, and then it's just trying to smash the run, getting off blocks, multiple guys, and everybody running to it.
Cam, what Go ahead, Chris. I was gonna say, does Landon play a big role in that?
Yes, Landon I think has been sniffing out of the ball almost every play, having a lot of success. And it's not just running, it's pass too. A couple of times you saw him just in the flat. I thought he did an amazing job just being around the ball.
Yeah, Cam, that's going to be my question. What did he show you guys last week, having to play every snap and all the different things that he did?
Obviously, he's a seasoned vet. He knows how to communicate. He knows how to get lined up. But I think just there's untold things of football. It's not just you're going to run the same play, and against a young guy, he might think, he might overthink it a couple times, but more times than not, seasoned vets are able to sniff that ball out and make the adjustments without having to talk about it.
How do you think things will change? Do you think things will change?
Like I said, I just come to work. And whatever the game plan is, that's what I go with, and I attack it to my best. It doesn't matter who's calling the plays or whatever. It's my job to just go out there and make them look good.
Is there a sense that anything is different from 2 days ago?
I mean, obviously, yeah, but I'm not going to get all into that. Like I said, we got Coach T, got Sully, and Coach Falk right now running the show, so we all in with those guys, and that's moving forward, so that's all I'm worried about.
Diontae, how big a difference would it make for you and Kenny to get on the same page?
It's not a big difference at all. So we got the connection. It's just plays like that happen, and it's just going to matter of me going to talk to him to see what I could do better or what he wants me to do on the route or whatever to make that play.
Diontae, when we were just talking with Kenny, he said that he takes it personal that, Matt lost his job, and it's also a personal challenge for you guys to kind of step up right now in the face of adversity. How do you view it? Is it personal to you?
I mean, yeah, you don't ever want to see somebody lose their job. Obviously, they put in the work just like everybody else put in the work too. So, like I said, it sucks, but like I said, we just gotta move forward and attack the game plan that they building for us this week. And I say just keep working and get ready for Sunday.
Diontae, what was the reaction in the room, and what does it do to a team when this happens?
I'm sure everybody was surprised, but like I said, we can just move on and move forward. Like I said, not try to think about what happened and what everybody else was saying. We just can control what we can control and worry about everybody in this locker room.
How much of a point of emphasis for you guys is it just to kind of go out this week and execute and kind of create that spark that you guys have kind of talked about, wanting to?
That's big. We harp on that every day, trying to figure out what it is that's holding us back or whatever. But it's not mystical, like I always say. Just go out there and practice and make the plays look good. It don't matter what play it is or who's calling plays or who's throwing the ball. Like everybody just got to work as one, and that's all that matters.
Do you feel like some kind of change needed to be made? I mean, whether it was offensive coordinator, something had to change.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I just think we just have to keep doing what we need to do, and just kind of put all our focus into Cincinnati this week.
Did you get a sense after the Browns game that there was going to be something that happened this week of significance, and how did you find out that a change had been made?
I didn't think so. I didn't feel that as if something were going to happen, and I found out on social media.
What's the impact? I mean, what's the reaction of players when a change is made? Does it focus you? Does it get your attention, bring energy? How does that?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of heightens our sense to let's get going. Obviously, everyone's going to be our eyes on us in the offense this week. So we have to execute and do what we have to do.
Pat, do you anticipate much changing? It's pretty late.
Yeah, it just kind of sees how Coach Falk and Sully see it. I'm confident in them. I'm confident in everyone's ability on the offense to get this thing going.
Pat, what kind of
throws to the tight ends?
We'll see what happens.
What kind of a voice is Coach Sullivan?
Yeah, he's very positive. He's a great guy. He definitely knows his football. He's been around the league for a little bit, and I'm excited to see how he calls the game.
Have you dealt with Eddie much? I mean, that's the coordinator. What's his voice like? And have you dealt with Eddie Falk?
I mean, I've been with Falk my whole time here. He's a very inspiring guy. He gets the guys going. He's a good guy to be around, and he's definitely one of the leaders on our offense.
I know Kenny in the last couple of weeks has kind of struggled, progressed even, you might say. Just what's the confidence level in him with him leading the offense at this point going forward?
Full confidence in Kenny, full confidence in everyone on the offense to get this thing going.
I mean, the right thing to do is come together and don't let it like get to y'all, and that should only bring y'all closer.
What kind of impact can Coach Falk and Coach Sullivan have on you guys to progress to where you guys want to be?
You can tell they're genuine coaches and they really want what's best for us. So I think having coaches like that will make us play harder for them.
One thing that was coming together recently, especially with you personally, is the run game. So as far as continuity goes in that regard, we already had conversations about keeping what's been going and staying on those tracks here moving forward.
Yeah, we don't plan on doing anything different, just staying true to us, keeping things simple.
How about you? I mean, getting a lot more carries. How you feeling at this stage in the season?
Whatever they, I don't expect nothing. Whatever they feel is best for us to win.
Did you have a sense that some significant change was coming after the Browns game? How did you guys find out that there had been this change?
Yeah, I didn't have any idea. I found out yesterday morning, same as everybody else.
Was it on social media that you found out?
I found out specifically. I think somebody called me or something like that.
Does change provide an injection of energy naturally?
I mean, I would say, maybe naturally, but again, at the same time, like I said before, this is something that, again, we're going to have to, put in the same amount of work. It's not like it's just going to happen. We got to go out there as a collective group, go out there, practice hard, be locked in, be attentive to the details, and go out there and execute, each and every day, and then, that's going to translate to Sunday.
Alan, do you feel like a change needed to be made, and maybe not, just a change in general?
Again, I mean, that's not my call. At the end of the day, for me, as a player, it's about going out there for myself. Being able to put, myself in this group, in the best possible situation, for the plays that I'm in, and for the tasks that are asked of me. So that's, what I'm saying, that's tough to say. But like I said before, when you do have that happen, obviously it's happened. But again, one thing isn't going to change it. As us as a collective, as individuals are going to take, every effort in an offensive group, in offensive, meetings. Everybody's going to have to come together, and like I said before, push this thing forward.
From your experiences around him, what kind of voice is Coach Sullivan?
He's cool, for sure, as far as being able to, kind of educate us on what's going on, being able to, keep communication open and things like that. Like I said before, I think that's a big culprit for us, as an offense, to just make sure that we're, over communicating, every time we step a foot on that grass, just to make sure that we're doing everything and executing how we need to be.
Mike said that Kenny's
confidence is high. Like I said before, at the end of the day, the lows and stuff that we have had on offense doesn't come down to one person, one individual, or anything like that. Like I said before, it's us as a group. Again, being able to figure out the things that we need to get better at. How we can get better at those. And then going out and getting better at those. So it's a process to that. I think that we have the right group to be able to do that, to get this thing pushed in the right direction. We have an immense amount of talent. I think that we've seen everybody and the plays that they're capable of making. Across the board. From at every position group.